What is really going on with the real estate market here in Las Vegas? Well, as of 2025 advanced and the summer arrived, the market became more confusing than ever. So here we are mid-November. So let me tell you what happened to cause the market to become news and scare people so much and what is actually happening now. Hi, my name is Adrian Ornelas. I'm a real estate agent, real estate broker of Ornelas Real Estate, and I've been helping people buy and sell homes for 19 years. The year started with a lot of optimism that mortgage rates would bring us into a more affordable opportunity to buy a home or even an opportunity to refinance. Well, from February to May, rates did get us to the mid 6% to maybe 6.75, but not much lower than that. So homes received multiple offers, but there was still not many good homes available for people to choose from. So a beautiful home went into contract quickly, and the ugly home and untaken care of home stayed on the market without anyone wanting to buy an ugly home at a high price. So mortgage rates didn't really help, but people still had a lot of interest in buying a home. But you know who else was very motivated? New construction builders. They were building at a pace that had a confidence that those homes would sell fast and that not building was a mistake by them. Well, they were 80% accurate of that. People still purchased many new construction homes at the beginning of the year and during the slowdown. But then came June, and the hotter it became in Las Vegas, the slower the market was. Homes that would have certainly received an offer or a couple offers now just sat barely seen and without any offers. So what caused this instant slowdown? One word: uncertainty. Economic and geopolitical tensions finally reached or caught the attention of the consumer. Not everyone, of course, but about 50% of the consumers just hit the brakes. I believe everything in an economy comes in waves, and that economic wave retracted in Las Vegas. Less visitors to the Strip and more conscious consumers not spending as much, and those same consumers choosing to put on hold any big decisions. So far, nothing catastrophic economically has happened in Las Vegas, but anytime a large employer makes cuts, everyone naturally gets paranoid and has memories of 2008 when unemployment exploded here in Las Vegas and in Nevada. So some people's hours were cut, and those same people talk and they share with friends and family what's happening to them. So then those other people start feeling the floor moving because they don't know if that's going to happen to them. However, the unemployment rate in Nevada remains at a similar pace as it has the past 3 years. So nothing really has changed, even though there are some small situations where this is happening. People are cautious, and caution leads to less spending. But here's the problem. Since 2020, people have been accustomed to spend more freely and feeling that money was flowing abundantly. So many people didn't worry about spending or charging more because everyone knew people had the money. And that has now changed. Las Vegas received the wake-up call that the economy is still sensitive, but with inflation still being felt and people are uncomfortably adjusting to those higher prices. Let's face it, we all hate the prices today and want our old prices back. Old prices, we're sorry for how we treated you. But let's be realistic. The majority of what we buy every day most likely will not go down in price or back down to what it used to be. June, July, and August are normally slower months for real estate because, believe it or not, Las Vegas residents go on vacations, they leave town and celebrate holidays. Now consider those same people that pause or exit the market to buy a home, plus people who now were scared of all the things they heard on TV and social media. But most importantly, maybe they received lower hours at work or even a slowdown in their business. And to add to this, how about the people who they themselves are wanting to sell their home to buy a new one, but can't because their home that they are living in just won't sell? So this is what happened to the real estate market in Las Vegas. But did the market stop? No. So far from June to today, houses in excellent locations like Green Valley, Summerlin, or new construction priced above $600,000 or higher sold fast and very close to the list price. But even then, still homes in other areas that were priced fairly and where the seller was reasonable to the buyer still was able to get that home sold for something close to their list price. I've been saying all year in the past 3 years, we are now in a more normal market, but no one likes it because they want the top dollar, they want everything to happen fast, and they want the buyer to pay for everything just like they did in 2021 or 2022, and even 2016 and 17, when things just happened a lot quicker and buyers were highly motivated. Let's talk about new construction here in Las Vegas. The builders have adapted and know exactly what to build and where to build that product. They know where the people have the money to pay for that type of home, or they can build a townhouse that people will still pay to own a townhome in that area. The builders also experienced a slowdown, but didn't let that get in the way. The past 3 years, new home builders have done everything they can to sell at a higher price, but with the buyer incentives that allowed for lower mortgage rates, which means lower monthly payments, and covering almost all the closing costs for the buyer. Noticeably, they also changed their salespeople incentives to be much more gently aggressive with potential buyers. However, they did end up building more than the market could take, but not by a lot. They overbuilt just a little. Just remember this, they are in the business of building homes. They can't and won't stop building as long as the market shows signs of being a tolerable real estate market. So what is really happening here in Las Vegas is really boring. Homes in highly desirable areas where people want to live and love the area sell fast and at a good price. And homes that are in the areas that are older or less desirable in any factor or any way you could imagine are selling slower and prices are getting pushed down there. These are primarily areas where there's starter homes or where people's budgets aren't as big as other affluent areas. Let's talk about this. If you are a seller in this market, you have to be completely and seriously honest with yourself now more than ever, so that you don't watch all your neighbors sell for less than you and have them push your price down as time moves on. In Las Vegas terms, you have to know when to hit or stand or when to fold. Here's the reality of 2025. Home values remain nearly flat the past 2 years, and today in mid-November, Las Vegas prices compared to last year might be negative 0.03%. So not a lot, but nearly flat as an overall market. If you're thinking about buying or selling here in Las Vegas, don't wait for the headlines to tell you what's happening. Let's talk about all of your options today. My contact info is below. Call, text, or DM me, and let's get this started. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell to see my next video. This is Adrian, your real estate agent, and I'll see you on the next one.